Hi everybody, so today's video is going to be another hair review today, and I'm going to be reviewing some hair from Moda on AliExpress, and they kindly sent me a 20-inch frontal, a 20, a 22 and 224 inches, and that's what I'm wearing today. So if you guys would like to see how the hair's holding up so far and what I think about it, then please keep on watching. So this hair was sent to me via FedEx, I believe, and it took about 3 days to get here, so just your standard express delivery time. I'm in the UK, if you guys don't know, or if you can't tell by my accent already. So shipping was very fast. I didn't get charged any customs fees either, in case that's of any interest to you guys. So I was really happy that I could just get the hair and basically just start playing with it. So the first thing I did was to smell it, as I always do, and when I smelled it, I didn't smell anything funny or funky or weird. It just smelled like clean hair. So again, that's a good sign the hair hasn't been processed. And also when I washed the hair, there was no like hair dye or colour that was coming off it either, which also supports that. So yeah, that is a really good thing to have. It's nice to know that your hair hasn't been dyed, because a lot of the times if you've dyed hair, no matter what colour, it's gonna run. So yeah, that is a plus. Before I washed the hair, obviously the first thing I did was make it into a wig. I didn't really notice much tangling and shedding that much when I was making it. Usually I get a bit of tangling with my bundles, but this time the hair doesn't really tangle that much, so it was quite impressive. It was very, very silky, soft and smooth. I didn't have any like serious tangling or anything crazy. It was just very, very easy to make into a unit, so I was really happy with that. So now onto like shedding and tangling of this hair when it's dry. I'm really impressed with it so far. I've had this hair for about a week, and I've really been liking it. The only issue that I have is a bit of snagging at the ends here, but I'll talk about that in a little while. So I'm going to start off with shedding. So we're looking at shedding. This hair doesn't really shed that badly. I will just do a quick shedding test for you guys on this side and this side as well, and see what I get. And just now I got 1 strand. I think the time before that I got 3 strands, so shedding isn't terrible. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd have to rate it probably a 2.5 out of 10, 10 being the worst, because it's not non-existent, but it's not very noticeable, to be honest. I haven't noticed any hairs, like any more hairs than I would usually expect, so I was really happy about that. When looking at tangling, like I said before, I was getting some snags at the bottom, and usually I get my snags at the back, but I do get some snags here. To be fair, I have had this hair on all day long. I've been lying down on my bed, I've been to university, I've been shopping, I've ran errands today, so my hair has been through a lot, so that could be why it's snagging at the bottom. But it's not anything crazy, it's just a bit unusual because I usually get my snags at the back, but surprisingly there's no snags at the back. So I don't know, I thought that was interesting to share with you guys. So yeah, that is the only weird thing I've noticed, but apart from that, I'm not getting any matting, I'm not getting any sort of uncontrollable tangling. I've actually had units in the past that I've had to like rip it apart because of how tangled it was, but as you guys can see, this hair's not like that at all. It's really, really nice and soft. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I probably give tangling a 2 out of 10, 10 being the worst, because it is not bad at all. So now onto thickness. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I've got 4 bundles in, and I used all 4 bundles. So the hair is very, very full and thick, especially seeing as the curls have dropped. It's still got a lot of body, and as I said, I've been running errands all day and it's not flat and lifeless. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd have to give thickness a good 8 out of 10, 7.5, 8 out of 10, 10 being the thickest, because I'm really impressed with it so far. And once I put some curls in it and I do it up properly, it does get a lot thicker than this. So if you guys like your big hair, then I would definitely recommend this hair for you guys. But that's like the main parts that I know are important, but I'm going to show you guys the frontal now. So this is what the frontal looks like. Oh, I forgot to mention that I actually cut my frontal in half, so I'm using half of a frontal here and the other half on another unit. And the reason why I decided to do that is because my sister said that she did it and it turned out really well, and I think it turned out quite good too. And also, oh, hair in my eye. Yeah, and also sometimes I just can't be bothered with frontals. I think they're a lot more work than a closure. A closure obviously just sits here, and a frontal goes all the way around, so you have to make sure that it's secure and all this kind of stuff. So to me, closures are just a bit easier, so that's why I decided to cut it. And yeah, and this is what it looks like. I think it's quite natural looking. I didn't pluck the whole part, I just plucked a tiny bit here because there was baby hairs that were blocking the start of the parting, so that's what I did. But other than that, I haven't really done anything to it, just put a bit of foundation, and that is what you get. So again, the frontal is very, very easy to play with. The knots aren't super dark. A thin layer of your powder foundation or even liquid foundation on the lace will be just fine, and you won't have any issues. So that is really good, and I'm super, super impressed. So last but not least, I'm going to just talk about whether this hair is true to length. I'm 5'8", and this comes just above my belly button, so I think it's definitely true to length. For those of you guys who are like a lot shorter than me, you could definitely get away with a 22 inch and it would look the same on you. So just bear that in mind if you're looking to save some money. Also, same thing with the frontals. If you want to save some money, buy a frontal. It's only a little bit more than a closure, and just cut it in half and you've got yourself 2 closures. So yeah, that's a good tip that I wanted to share with you guys, so hopefully you guys will find it useful. But yeah, that is the end of my review. Overall, I like the hair and I would give it a 7.5 out of 10, 10 being the best. It does have a nice luster as well, I forgot to mention. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but it's got a nice shine to it. And a lot of you guys asked me what I put on my hair. I don't actually put anything on my hair, I just condition it and I just style it and it comes out like this. So I don't really put anything. I think if the hair is good enough quality, you should be able to just leave it in its natural state and it should be perfectly fine. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.